In today's video, I want to share with you how you can eliminate shame and regret step by step while practicing math. Now, for many students, math is something where it's just like, oh, not for all, but it's a little bit of a challenge because they don't have the practice of being persistent in the right way. Now, you may say, well, what's the right way? Persistent with a can-do attitude. They may be resistant, which is the opposite of persistent, and they say, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, I don't want to. And you see, just saying that puts you in a negative feedback loop. Okay, so what I do is I pull out my handy dandy emotion cards and I have kids identify what emotions they're feeling. And I also like to add asking this question: how much time do you spend feeling this emotion? Confused? One of my students said most of the day. I said, that's a long time to be feeling confused. Then there's angry. Oh, because I have to do this. Now we know anger is a secondary emotion. Usually sadness is the emotion that arises first. And some experts say anger is not even a real emotion. So I'll leave that to you to think about. Frustrated. Okay, frustrated because it's like, I always have to do this. Okay, and anxious. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't want to do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't want to do this. Now, when we talk about balancing emotions so that you can get things done quickly, have some opposites available, okay? And you can pair these emotions so that you can take action on your next task. Now, again, this is not taking that long. This is not a 30-minute activity. This is not a 20-minute activity. This is probably 5 to 7 minutes, and I have my kids move quickly so that they get in the habit of getting things done and having the proof through experience that they can start strong, stay the course, and finish proud. Okay, so we have these really heavy emotions: anger, frustration or frustrated, confused, and anxious. So then I have some opposites here. Well, what happens? What do we need to pair anxious with in order to complete this next task? I'm gonna I have acceptance. I can just accept this is a moment where it's gonna be challenging for me, but I can do this. Look, there's confident. And even though I'm feeling anxious, I just need to be mindful, watch those thoughts. And you know what? My goal is relief. Okay, now there's this concept called emotional scripting, and emotional scripting is when you literally insert the emotion that you want to experience while completing a task. So you give yourself the experience of feeling that emotion while doing a task. Emotional scripting. And so math is a wonderful vehicle for emotional scripting. And so we have these emotions: anger, confused, frustrated, anxious, okay? And we're just gonna pair them with each other. Confused, I'm going to put confused with confident that I can understand this, okay? I'm going to put acceptance with anxious. This is challenging, but I can do this, okay? Look, everything's going back to what we can do. Angry, okay, I'm going to be mindful to take some breaths and take some breaks. Breaths and breaks. And then I'm feeling, oh, hey, all I have is frustrated left. So I'm going to pair that with love and be patient with myself. Kids have to learn how to be patient. And then our goal, relief, because we got it done. Not because we avoided it, but because we got it done. And I moved quickly, and we're only a little bit past 4 minutes into the video. So now I've acknowledged those emotions. I put that to the side, okay? And I'm gonna do some agility exercises so I can get my heart moving, feel my heartbeat. My feet are moving. You see, my feet are moving faster than my upper body. And then I can feel that vibration in my legs. And if I'm doing jumping jacks, I have my kids do agility exercise. Jump, jump, full. And then I feel the heartbeat, okay? Then I use the energy that I feel with my heartbeat to get to work. Okay, here's our problem that we're working on. Simple interest. Find that page. Simple interest. Okay, here's the problem. A family who owns a pet store borrows $45,000 to purchase a new van for grooming animals. Okay? Now, how would I relate this? If your child wants to be a veterinarian or a pet groomer, any type of business, simple interest is a part of life. And if you're going to take out a business loan, you need to know about simple interest and how it accumulates. So I'm going to write down, it says family owns a pet store. A family who owns a pet store borrows $45,000. I'm writing $45,000 on my paper. Okay, and I got some scratch paper here, so I'm using the back. Simple interest, $45,000 to purchase a van. Purchase a van. We're working step by step. Okay. The loan is for 6 years. I'm writing down 6 years, and has an interest rate of 5.5%. Okay, so what I'm literally doing is I'm writing line by line, $45,000 purchase for van, 6 years at 5.5% interest. Okay, step by step. How much interest will the family pay on the van? Okay, so what do I have to do? When a child, I don't know. Don't go there. You know this, okay? So what I want to share with you is we're doing it step by step so you can see it. You have to convert the 5.5% into a decimal and multiply that by 45,000. So when we convert 5.5% into a decimal, that's going to be decimal point 055. Okay, and we multiply that by 45,000. This is simple interest. Let me tell you, I am not a mathematician. I am not an expert in math. I despise doing math because it was so challenging for me. But the problem was I did not have the executive functioning skills and the confidence in myself to be able to do the problem step by step and pace myself. Okay, I was all up in here. I can't do this. Instead of saying, okay, I can do this. And so I've listed my steps. I got to put 0.055 times 45,000. So that requires me to do some math. Okay, so then I'm going to multiply it. I would encourage you to set this up. If you're aware of the Eureka Math method, also known as the box method, I would set it up that way, okay, for these bigger problems. So I would have 40,000, 5,000, and times 0.055, okay? And so now that's what that looks like. You say, well, now how do I do that? Well, you go across the boxes like this, okay? And when we're multiplying, let's say we do 40,000 times 0.055, you can put that into the box method, and you're going to move the decimal point 3 spots, 1, 2, 3, and then to multiply it, make it whole numbers, and you're going to move it back in, okay? So when we multiply 40,000, I forgot my comma, 40,000, and then we multiply it by 0.055, we're going to just move that decimal point 3 times, multiply it, and move it back in. Okay, now that's a lot of steps. I've seen my students literally just let the tears fall while they're working through the steps. And I said, wow, these kids are amazing. They're letting the tears fall, and particularly the girls. They're letting the tears fall and they're wiping them while they do the steps. I've seen this so many times. I'm just like, and I don't stop them. I don't say, oh, you shouldn't cry. You can do this. Here, let me do it for you. No. I let them do the work while the tears fall, because life is hard. Life is challenging. It's a lot. But if we do everything for the child, they don't know how to do anything. So they've got to learn how to work through these steps. And then once they've multiplied 0.055 times 45,000, then they add that. You're gonna add that across 6 years. So that number times 6, okay? Now, you may figure out there's another way you can do it. Hey, that's wonderful. The goal of this video is to take it step by step so you can eliminate shame and regret. Why shame? Because so many people waste time, I included, have wasted time feeling shameful. For what? Just to recover and take longer to recover. Yeah? Regret. Oh, I should have done this sooner. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have done that. Eliminate shame and regret. We can help our children practice taking charge of the things that are in their control by doing it now. Now, you may want to introduce a brain break, okay? After 15-20 minutes of working. So I've got some stuff here. And just practice doing nothing. Practice doing nothing. This is a marble, okay? It's a squishy marble. We're going to practice doing nothing. Do not get off your homework assignment or off your task onto your screen when taking a break. Just relax without having to be on your screen. Okay, I've got a container of fidgets here, and just let them get into it. You know, you can do some more agility exercises. You can grab a snack. You can, exercise, whatever the case may be, but don't get back on the screen because your brain is using some energy that way. Now, I like to tell kids, hey kids, I got the newest smartphone right here. You want to use it? And they're like, oh, this is cool. And so we remember these water toys. And I've seen with my teenagers, they're like, oh, they just sit there and it's relaxing for them. They've reported that it's relaxing for them. Once they've done that, they get back on task. And with my students, when I work with them and I see that they've accomplished something within a certain period of time, I remember them doing that and I remind them, do you know that last week it took you 20 minutes to complete 5 to 6 problems? Okay, so I'm holding you to that. I expect that you will take 20 minutes to complete 5 to 6 problems like these because I've seen you do it. Now what I'm doing is I'm telling them what I've seen them able to accomplish. Wow, you did great. You did this, you did that, that. And when you do it again, I'm going to remind you, it only took you 20 minutes to get this far. I'm holding you to it because I know you can do it. Now that rhymes. I'm holding you to it because I know you can do it. I'm holding you to it because I know you can do it. And I love to use phrases like that because the mind takes that. It rhymes. The mind takes it. It rhymes. And it's like, oh, I'm holding you to it because I know you can do it. I'm holding you to it because I know you can do it. And then make a dance out of it. I know you can do it, so I'm holding you to it. And then your child can experience their power. It's like, wow, that didn't take that long. Now, some kids are not motivated by how long it takes them to get something done. And I have students like that as well. They're just motivated to not have a missing assignment or have this assignment completed. Still need to start right away. Okay, so as a general recap of this video, identify the emotions that are getting in the way of that child starting, because it's before the start that the kids get jammed up. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I'm confused. I spend so much time being confused. It's okay. Well, let's take confusion and let's pair that up with something else. Confusion, we're pairing that up with positive. I'm not going to be confused forever. Okay? And then frustration, love. Even when you're frustrated, you got to be patient with yourself. You're learning this. Everything you need to know, you got to learn. Okay? And so teaching them that patience. Then you put that aside and step by step, you do the problem. You read line by line. Another problem, you read it line by line. Write down the numbers so that it's visible on your paper and it's easily organized for you to start and finish. That's what we're trying to do here. Again, I'm not a math expert. I'm just someone who knows how to organize from the start to the finish with certain types of problems. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you found this to be helpful. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.